everybody, Justin Worden, you're watching What's New in Electronics. We are here at SMTA in Chicago. I'm with Jim Sheridan, the COO of Actnano. How are you?
Hey Justin, good to be with you.
Speaking of what's new in electronics, Actnano, you guys are making a name for yourself, man. What's it like coming in and just kind of switching things up a little bit?
It's great. The conformal coating industry has really been stagnant for 40 years. So we saw a big opportunity to do something different with our product. So we were able to come up with something that can both provide better protection by going on 100% of the board and lower costs in a manufacturing environment. And so customers are really excited to test that out.
Yeah, one thing, and I think the reason I've created a good partnership or relationship with Actnano and the team that you built. First off, you have a great team, man. You have a great team. They're very smart, very intellectual. Thank you so much. But I'm from outside the industry, so I consider myself a little bit of a disruptor. And I'm not saying you're a disruptor, but like you said, it's been a while since some new technology specifically has come to conformal coating.
I think we actually would call ourselves disruptors.
Nice, okay. Me too.
Because this is an industry that hasn't changed. Yeah. And I can tell that we're disrupting it because a lot of our efforts are on educating our customers, educating the factories on how to use a new material, what those benefits are. Because lots of people have been working in this industry for many years, and they're not always receptive to new things. So we need to walk them through some of these, kind of scary changes to the way that they've been doing their work for the past, 30 years.
Yeah, and we can't blame them. I mean, that's human nature. If I mess up my morning routine, I'm like, got to start the whole day over. So I understand that, but what's also happening is boards are getting smaller, throughput and demand is getting higher, and time is getting shorter. And the reason I bring all that up is, you mentioned something about being able to conformal coat the entire board. And what you're really doing, from my business standpoint, you're saving people time.
And we're also providing reliability standards that you can't meet with any other advanced material. So because the amount of processing power per square inch is going way up, particularly on boards in the automotive industry and advanced automation, you can't put a traditional conformal coating on those boards because it traps heat and the boards will fail from overheating. And because we're very thin, we don't have that problem. Also, as the reliability standards for things like autonomous driving go way up, you can't meet those standards if you're not putting the coating on things like antennas, the connectors, and other critical parts. So all those things are kind of coming together to help us win all kinds of new business.
Yeah, and the critical parts are just continuing to expand. It just used to be a few parts of the car, if we want to be specific to automotive, just a few pieces of components or a few electrical components needed that conformal coating. Now it's almost the entire car. I mean, you might as well dip the whole car in Actnano at this point.
So we would like to dip a whole car, and maybe we'll do that at CES. We've been talking about doing that, but we'll see if we can make that happen. But initially we got our initial proof of concept came from the highest reliability challenges. But then they got to know us, and they started to see that in the factory there were cost savings to be had as well. So we started to move downstream into other boards where maybe the reliability wasn't quite as challenging, but the cost savings were attractive. So that's enabled us to really expand our business aggressively.
Absolutely. And now let's talk more about the business. I mean, we can talk about tech all day if you want to, but there's a whole business behind Actnano. I think that's, again, where I've built my passion for working with you guys, the people, but also the way the business is set up. You guys are right here, you're stateside. I mean, this is your backyard, right? You're not too far from Chicago.
I personally live in Chicago.
Yeah.
The company is based in Boston, Massachusetts, where we've really tapped into the technical talent, in particular from MIT. That's where all the innovative products come out of. We also have staffed application engineers where our customers do business. So Mexico, China, Taiwan, all these other places. And we have a business model where we bring the technology and help implement it in those factory settings. So we've got a technical team pretty much everywhere that our customers do business.
Yeah, one thing that I really enjoy about working with you guys is you offer that qualifying solution as well. Because when you bring a new product out as a disruptor, I mean, the easiest way would just send them the product and let them do it themselves, but they're probably just going to duplicate the process they're already doing, and that's not going to show the true benefit. So you're really investing, improving your concept by telling the customer, just send us the boards, we'll show you how it's done.
That's right, and we know from learning the hard way that it doesn't work if we don't handhold them through those first couple iterations. So yeah, we offer an end-to-end solution that supports them from initial proof of concept all the way through mass production.
Yeah. As technology changes, people still are always resistant to change, but what are some of the biggest challenges you guys are still facing with people just not understanding the value that Actnano's bringing?
Well, I think that one of the biggest challenges we have is just if the status quo is working sufficiently in their opinion, and we find that sometimes the status quo might be working and there isn't enough incentive to change, or perhaps there's a feeling that the business case savings are not big enough. We always think they are and that we can prove that, but sometimes somebody would rather focus on something else. So that can be one of the bigger changes. And then we do sometimes have some changes in the factory line, always for the better, but again, that takes work and time and effort, and sometimes that's not a priority.
Well, whenever I hear status quo, for me in my business sense, that only means the status quo for the business you're doing now. Yep. And I actually heard one of your team members talking with a potential customer yesterday, and they were talking about how your status quo is good for your business right now. But aren't you trying to grow your business, bring on new business, attract new business? And it was just such a fluid way he said it, and you just saw the customer's lights go off. He's like, yeah, you're right. And the best thing that I learned is your product can go in any machine.
Yes, we started in automotive, and we continue to grow a base of automotive business, but now we're moving into many other areas: communications equipment, 4G and 5G, networking equipment, all the electronics that run solar panels, consumer electronics, things like phones and earbuds and that type of thing. So yeah, the market is massive.
Wow. Well, Jim, I think you guys are doing a lot of good for the industry. Change is good. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Justin.